everybody, it's Brian at Custom Classics. I have a beautiful, highly customized 55 Chevy. There is a lot of things, sneaky things, which is what I like when high-end builders do stuff like this. We didn't do this car, but I can tell you the work in this car is unbelievable. We parked a 56 Chevy, which is very similar in size, next to this, just so you can get an idea how much work went into this. It's just not the stance, but there's been a lot of sneaky things on the body, so I thought I'd spend a little time outside here and go over some of this with you so you can get an idea. Obviously, first of all, it's got one-piece bumpers that stand out and really look nice. It was a high-end plating job on all of this plating, so it wasn't just your quickie chrome plate. That's nice, deep chrome plating. They took 2.5 inches out of here and zero cut it back just to pancake this car down a little bit. Also took some out of the roof, as you can see when you look at the 56, which is a similar car. The roof is cut and we sloped it back, or they sloped it back towards the rear. Also, if you notice on the 55, that car's got grip rail moldings, this one does not. So there's been a lot of customizing and a lot of work done just to get that nice little sexy touch done on the car. It's had its door handle shaved. There's remotes and poppers that work very nicely on the car. The wipers were left on this car because some states require it. As you'll see online, the 502 that's in this thing, the fuel injection motor, is a work of art by itself. Also underneath this car, it's got a beautiful Art Morrison chassis that somebody has painstakingly and for hours upon hours spent a bunch of time smoothing off all the welds, sanding and rounding and everything, and then, you know, priming this thing, wet sanding it, blocking it, buffing it, and that's just on the chassis alone. It has a gorgeous IRS polished rear independent suspension from Heidts underneath the rear of this thing. Again, you'll see that online. It is really beautiful underneath there. And same with the front. It's got a 6-speed trans in it. This windshield frame's been stood up a little bit versus if you look at that one, normally they're a little bit more like this. It's been stood up a little bit, and I believe it was 3/4 of an inch, and then it did a rake towards the back. Not only does it sit and look nice, but it also rides just as well as it looks. All the way around, just a pleasure to drive. We made some interior changes on this thing and kind of spruced things up a little bit. We believe this car was built around 10-11 years ago, and again, they did an enormously outrageous job on this thing. If this was built here today, you would be around the 500,000 mark, if not more, just based on today's rates. So an incredibly beautiful car that is worth coming to take a peek at. Look us up online, and don't forget to check us out on all of our socials as well. Thanks, everybody.